So in this beta video, we are going to change things up a bit. We are going to be playing the game in the rain. I mean, it's actually been a while since I've actually seen the rain in Minecraft, and that's one reason why I definitely really want to play with this within the beta. But basically, within this new beta of 1.11.0.4, they introduced a few cool features. They also introduced a new type of map, and it's not raining anymore. That's quite upsetting. But we're going to go and talk about every single change and feature that this new beta has to offer us. So you know what, let's go talk about the changes first, and then we're going to go and talk about the kick butt features of this beta. So here's the changes. In order to deliver the coolest generated villages possible, some world seeds may have villages generate in different areas than they used to before this update. So if you're playing like on a seed that was older before the update, then what's going to happen is the village is more than likely going to spawn in a different location. The Wandering Trader is no longer behind the experimental gameplay toggle. They completely revamped villager trades for each profession. So each profession is going to have unique trades, and it's just going to be really, really awesome. So they also increased the rating for job site blocks, so villagers get to them more often and less angry. Zombie villagers now update to new zombie villagers when not part of a template world. And then they also updated the how to play with village and pillage knowledge. So anyway, they did improvements to the villager and iron golem pathing. They increased the amount of scaffolding that can be placed out from its initial support. They also added an experience bar to the new village trading screen. So if I come over here, we have ourselves some emeralds inside here, and we have ourselves this bar. So right now he's at level 2. So if I go ahead and put some emeralds inside of there, normally we can get ourselves some bread and stuff like that, but it's not really doing anything. So I'm actually going to go over to the apples, and I'm going to go ahead and do some trading. And as we do trading, as you can see, this bar is going to increase. But there is one thing to where if you do too much of the same trade, it's just going to block you out of that trade. So you won't be able to do any of that trading at all anymore until he actually restocks. So speaking of restocking, villagers, they now resupply the trades when arriving at their job site. So this guy was all the way over here at this composter block, right? Or composter, however you say it. This basically is job site. So whenever he's over here, it means that he's going to refill his trades every so often. So, but if you go and break it, then he's going to lose that type of profession that he actually has. And look at that. We have ourselves a Wandering Trader over there. And this is actually good timing, because Wandering Traders, they don't resupply their trades, and they will simply despawn when they are out of trades. So it's actually going to be very difficult to actually keep them in your world. So if you want to keep them in your world, then I don't know what you're going to have to do. You can't rename them because they're still going to despawn. Okay, they are tied to no place in the world. They will just go and despawn. So that's pretty much it. So then villagers will now hide in houses during raids and when a bell is rung. So there's a raid coming. I mean, there's no raid coming, but you know what I'm talking about. This speaking. But run, villagers. They're all going to go and run into their actual houses, and so they can actually be safe. And that villager is actually very, very stubborn all the way over there. He's not listening. He's like focused on the cartography table. But anyway, the next thing is that villagers cannot be traded during a raid. So yeah, if you have yourself villagers in your world, you won't be able to do any trading with them. You won't be able to make any cool little trades for apples, for bread, or perhaps emeralds. That's not going to be done whatsoever. And for the final change, they have made it to where you can now lock maps. So this is a locked map. Locked maps basically means that you won't be able to increase how far it's actually going. You won't be able to update the map whatsoever. And most importantly, you won't be able to extend it. But you can still duplicate the map, so don't you guys worry. So if you have yourself like some empty maps, then you still duplicate it. But the duplicate maps are going to be locked. But basically, you won't be able to unlock it whatsoever. It's going to be locked forever. But if I go ahead and put some maps inside here, I'm actually going to go ahead and make a map first. And I go and put the map right inside of there. And I go ahead and put in some glass, as you can see, and now it says locked. And we actually get ourselves this glass pane right there. So now if I go and grab it, this one is going to be like the other ones. It's going to say locked. But one cool thing about this is that you can actually get yourself a map with absolutely nothing on it. So this is actually something that was actually not possible before. Because if you only had yourself a map and you go ahead and go over to it without being locked, then this is going to update and you won't get yourself a map like this. But it's still really interesting that you can get yourself a map just like this. But anyway, we're now going to go and talk about the exciting kick butt features of this kick butt beta. So anyway, we're just going to go talk about the first one, which is going to be the village hero effect. So the village hero effect was introduced 2 betas ago. I believe it was the 1.11.0.1 beta. But what this beta has done is that whenever you have yourself this hero village effect, what's going to happen is whenever you go inside of here, you can go ahead and get some discounts on trades. So as you can see, instead of paying 15 beetroots, you have to pay 12 or an emerald, and so on and so forth. So he just gives you discounts on basically everything that he has in shop, which I really do like. It looks like the eggs don't get a discount. That's actually quite upsetting. But yeah, that's pretty much all that does. But in order for you to get yourself the village hero effect, it's gonna be gained after defeating a villager raid. I mean a pillager raid, not villager raid, my bad. But the pillager raids, they can only be triggered with the bad omen effect, and the bad omen effect can only be triggered by finding a pillager with the banner on its head within a patrol. So they kind of go end to end, but basically after you have defeated a raid, you get yourself this effect. But now, let's talk about some new skin stuff. So it's actually been a while since they've actually done something for the skin picker, but guess what? They've actually done something that players have been wanting for quite a while, but it's a little bit different than you may think. So we all know about the skin picker, but basically what they've done is, depending on the device that you're on, your skin that you have picked from the skin picker is gonna carry over. But many players who are on Windows 10, they still want the ability to actually get a custom skin and have that carry over to the other versions of Minecraft. I would really love it to see the custom skins carried over to like the Xbox One or mobile devices. Wherever you may be, the skin will just carry over. But they've only done it for the skin pack picker. So if you go and pick a skin, like this skin right there, I may be Junk Boy on the Xbox One, or I might be Junk Boy on the Windows 10. Well, what's going to happen is if you pick Junk Boy on Windows 10 or Xbox One, it's going to be the same skin on all platforms that Bedrock is on, which is actually pretty great. But it says usable on cross-platform, and if I go and click on the other ones, they all say that as well. So cross-platform is now for skins, which is really awesome. So then they also added in loot drops for pillagers and vindicators during a raid. When a raid starts, a horn is heard by every player in the dimension, coming from the direction that the raid spawns from. So if you have yourself a whole bunch of players in the world, every single player that are within the overworld is gonna hear the pillager horn for that raid. And then finally, they added in a new setting screen. This is actually something that surprised me. I never thought that they would introduce this. I think this should be something within the audio screen though, like the sound screen, audio right there. But they introduced the UI screen reader, so listen.
Control UI screen speech player toggle multiplayer accessibility section controls controller touch.
So yeah, when you first enable that, it's gonna go like crazy. I don't know why it does that, but it's like a bug that is within this beta. So I'm sorry if I broke anybody's eardrums. But besides that, that is it for what they have done for the 1.11.0.4 beta. So if you are interested within the bug fixes, I will have a link as always in the description, so you can go ahead and look at that. But besides that, let me know what you think of the brand new beta from Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Again, I actually really do like the betas that are coming out, and we are getting ever so close to the release of the Minecraft Village and Pillage update, especially on 1.14. But if you guys enjoyed this video, then let me know by leaving a like on it and subscribe for more videos in the future. And for now, hope that you have a logical day, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye!